What's up everyone? Today's video is the third of the new mastered licenses International B Master License. Continuing to do these in automatic, for those of you that drive in auto as well, and may be struggling to complete them, to show it is possible to get gold, I have my usual assists on, -ASM, and my traction is default 1, and you'll see which test I change it in. Master IB1, and we are in the 1984 Ferrari GTO. High-speed corners 1, use throttle control to keep the car stable. And we are at Monza for this test. And I didn't do very well on getting back on the throttle early enough, went a little too deep, but was able to still hold it and make the turn with a high enough speed. And was able to get right behind the default Ghost and not fall behind too much all the way to the line. Master IB2, high-speed corners 2, use brake control to maintain your line, at Big Willow. This one I feel like I made it harder on myself, but on the final turns exit, I kept going in with too much power and hit the dirt way too many times, but finally got it with a decent speed. Next we have Master IB3, Snow Driving, Intermediate 1, slide your car across a snow-covered track. We are driving a 1998 Subaru Impreza, and we are at Lake Louise. I'm still not good in the snow. I went too deep and high into the turn, hit one of the boundary markers, but was able to keep it together and not lose too much speed on the exit. The second turn, I've gotten a little better at. I was able to keep a good speed and get a decent exit that got me to the line in time. Master IB4, Racing Line, Expert 1, use your throttle and brake to control the direction of your car. We are in a 2002 Honda NSX Type R, and this test is at Suzuka Circuit. I had to raise my traction to 3 for this one. I just don't have the control and skill to not wipe out on any less in this car. This took a few tries, testing out which traction worked for me. I finally put together a decent enough run to just sneak into gold. Master IB5, Racing Line, Expert 2, take a high-speed chicane and a sweeping corner. We're driving the 2017 Lexus LC500 at Watkins Glen, and this is another one I raised my traction to 3. You can use a lot of the rubber on the bus stop to shave off time, and the next 2 turns, just be patient on the throttle. The last turn, I was lucky enough to brake late and catch up to the Ghost, and get into a gold time. Master IB6, Racing Line, Expert 3, clip the apex of each corner. We're driving a 2016 Porsche Cayman GT4, and this test is at Lago Maggiore. This is one of the few tests I was able to stay in front of the Ghost all the way to the line. This did take a few tries, but was not expecting to have a run like this. I was able to hit the apexes pretty nicely and hit my braking points on time, and kept my speed up to the finish. Master IB7, Racing Line, Expert 4, take consecutive corners involving various factors. We're in the Maserati MC20, and this test is at Spa. This one actually surprised me. This was my second attempt. My first one I went off track, and this one, I started off decent, but fell behind quick exiting the S-turn. I fell pretty far behind the Ghost, but somehow I managed to still be fast enough to cross the line and get myself gold, so this one actually seemed a lot easier than the others. Master IB8, Cornering, Intermediate 2, Wet Tracks. Learn how to accelerate and brake on a wet track. We're driving a BMW M2 competition, and we're back at Suzuka. This took a few tries, but not as many as I thought it would. You can't be full throttle when you start. Ease off about halfway to keep control. I have my traction all the way up to 5 for this one. You can take the bend faster than it feels like you can. Just be careful on the exit not to spin out. Master IB9, and we're back at Lake Louise for the second time during these license tests with Snow Driving, Intermediate 2. Take consecutive corners on a snow-covered track. And we're in a 1987 Porsche 959, and this test was the biggest surprise for me. I was able to do this on my first attempt. I sat there in shock for a few seconds, because I haven't been good in the snow. I didn't have the greatest line, but the one I took worked out for me. And even though I was far behind the Ghost, I was still fast enough. And now that brings us to the final exam, Master IB10. Put everything you've learned to the test on the track. We're at the Fuji International Speedway, and we're in a Lexus LFA. I raised my traction to 3 for this test. It wasn't a hard one to complete, just lengthy. You need to hit your braking points and try to keep your speed up. Even though the Ghost put some distance on me, and by the end, has gapped me, I was still able to get gold by just sneaking in. So don't give up if you fall behind a lot. Keep going, because you still might have a good enough time like I did. Don't stop and throttle down the final stretch to the line. Chances are, you'll make it. And that's it for the International B Master license, completed in automatic. Then collect your roulette ticket and receive your free Lexus LFA. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, and see you next time.